And this is me. Well, back then at least. There's nothing wrong with me back then. This is when my eye was normal. It's not like it's okay to have two different eye colors. But let me tell you the story. It first started with me and my friends being out here. They never judged me by having an eye patch on. So then I just hang out with them. Trashery was kind of like a senpai, but he was like my one best friend I could understand. Lil was that shy person you will always meet at school, but can sometimes be hyper if they have too much chocolate. Anyway, let's begin it. Trashery had to go to work, so let's just say school was tomorrow. We were all 15. Lil and Trashery were like 16 and 17 though, so I was the youngest in the group. Let's say Lil never talked when we were at the beach. Trashery had to go to work as a night guard, but he wanted to meet us up like tonight. Tonight was a party to show your form as like whatever you are. Like example, I wasn't exactly a phoenix and a mermaid, so I wasn't a Mytho. A Mytho is when you're both water type and fire and lava or ice. And I was an ice mermaid, so I had both ice and water. So Trashery was gonna be a witch, and Lil was gonna be a little tiny cute werewolf. Anyway, before I get distracted of how cute Lil can be, Trashery invited us to the party before school starts. Me and Lil nod our heads, and then he went to work. I asked Lil if he wants to go swimming, and he doesn't nod his head, so I just go swimming by myself while he just chillax over here. Well, just because of Lil not saying yes to going to the shore with me, and he's going to work soon too, with with Trashery, and it's harsh because I'm always here alone. When I'm here alone, it's always giving me times to think. Oops. It gave me times to think that why did I have to wear an eye patch when I was little all the way to now? I was always curious. I always felt I had something, a part of me that just split into something else. I always wanted to take my eye patch off, but my mother said not to. I was so curious I almost did once and got grounded for 5 years. I'm ungrounded now, but my parents are dead now. I still have to obey her rules either way, but I don't want to. I feel like something bad will happen if I open my eye patch. Either it's just saying, oh no, but some reason I feel like I could see in two places. I always wonder that. Anyway, I can't get distracted. I just wanted to be here. So then anyway, let's swim up. Crap, I keep on doing that. But before I swim up, I always wondered, why could it be so dangerous to open a one eye patch of mine? I feel different in so many ways. I feel like someone's talking to me while I sleep. I feel like I fly, not the way I can fly in the water, but the way I can fly in the sky. Something tells me that something gets too hot in this really cold water. I don't really know what could solve all of my problems with that. But, well, maybe it's just me or how people are supposed to feel. Usually I just feel like it must be anxiety, period, or something. But my mother says once I'm ready, she'll tell me. And other ways of her not being alive. She just says it'll be there for me when I'm ready. I've been ready. I've been telling her. I've been ready to explore the world, to stay peaceful. Peaceful is the number one rule I always like. I was trying to find Lil to see if he went to work already, but he was gone, so I'm supposing that he went to the restaurant already. Oh well. I guess I'll see them tonight. That's what I always thought. I always thought life was good to me. It had good karma. Because bad luck doesn't get to me easily. Especially with the stupid eye patch I can't take off. This is my room. It's not much since I am an orphan type. But I live with no one, so I'm not technically an orphan until, well, never. I technically adopted myself and adopted a pig who gets a tent to sleep in. Well, he also eats sand for no reason, so I just got him a bucket. And I always am alone, so I only got one chair to sleep. Well, not sleep, but eat. I don't really invite my friends over because I don't want to. My pig Chewy is my only friend in this house. Outside of it is just a bunch of people at school and Lou and Trashery. Anyway, I got ready for the party and I couldn't find exactly anything because you're not allowed to transform at your own party. Well, not your own, but you're not allowed to transform at anyone's party at all, not even your own. But I couldn't even find anything to dye my hair light blue or even find a light blue wig. Some reason I couldn't even find anything that matches myself except for this rose. This rose I got from father before he passed. Anyway, I got this interesting lava wig. It's so realistic. It's really hot too. It's it says something magical will happen. My mom said for me to have it, so I just wear it anyway. And then I couldn't find anything that matches my mermaid suit. For me to, anytime I touch water, I do not turn into a mermaid. So I just found this one that helps me not turn into a mermaid. And then Chewy has to stay at home because they won't let pigs allowed or any animal at all. Sorry, Chewy, we love you, but you have to stay here. So I flew over to the next room of mine. Everybody was here. I didn't understand. But then Treasury just took the wallpaper off and just noticed it was a party. I was relieved. So I flew over to Treasury to give him the biggest hug of I miss him. Honestly, Treasury always give the biggest hug back. So it's like a competition. He would always win, but this time I'm using all my strength in it because it's the first party I ever went to. And Trashery was there and had a big smile. I was frowning for no reason, I guess. I didn't know why. Anyway, Then Lil was sniffing out people. He said there was another scent that smelled like me, with my blood exact. He said it was almost like my soul split in half. So then he went out sniffing and then smelled one person. Her name was Arjeti. No one understand, like, why? Because, like, you know. Honestly, Lil was slightly curious. No one knew her name, so I kind of just told you guys and I didn't even know. And, Arjeti was staring straight at me. She was like curious because she couldn't even find her own wig. So she had to put a light blue one on. It was kind of curious that we matched colors for no reason. So then I think she was walking outside. It was the middle of 12 a.m. Like right now, it took 5 hours for me and him to stop hugging. And well, Lil told me to follow her. So it looked like the 6 hours wasn't a thing anymore, only 5. Fine. Lil, stay here, replacing my hug with treasuries. I followed her, so I don't know how to explain it. When I did follow her, she had an eye patch too, same hairdo as me. But the only thing that is different is her outfit and her eyes. Everything else is fine. Honestly. I found a light blue wig to see if we look that much alike. I didn't craft it because I don't know who it was, so I didn't get any germs, or they could be losing it or having it there. Anyway, I asked who she was. She didn't face me, but she said her name was Arjeti. I told her my name was Mika. It was really funny because she said she felt like Mika was a soul that was kept in her. I said Arjeti was a name for when I was little, my mom said was a soul that split into two. I asked her more questions of like what she is and are you can I see what your eye looks like without that eye patch? Because I think I was ready to even show mine. She said I am ready to show my eye as long as he's okay with it. I asked too, and she said, my father, he passed away and so did my mother. And, well, I haven't been peppy ever since then. I told her mine did too, and then I lost another thing. That was my other soul. My mom didn't tell me what. Like, I understand it now, though. My mother didn't really tell me, and so didn't Arjeti's mother. So we felt like we were connected. We started talking more, and more and more and more. And then something happened. Sparks came to me in her eye. So I felt like it was ready for me to take my eye patch off. And Arjeti felt like she was able to. Me and her both put our eye patch on, and then we both gasped. We looked, and then the one she took off was a light blue eye, and mine was purple. But then it started fading to our natural, normal colors. That was weird. We felt like something happened that we can see in our own way now. But then we wanted to get closer and closer We saw sparks, so we got away from it. But then we were curious what the sparks were. So then we got closer and closer again and tried touching each other's hand. When we did that, we just disappeared out of nowhere. We didn't know why, but then we just came back. We panicked. And then when we panicked, I looked at my hair. It was brown. I was so confused. What happened to the spray? And then I looked in the mirror and seen it was covering my one eye. I looked at the one eye, and it was purple. I was questioning where she became, and then I looked at my outfit. It was orange. So then I heard her voice. She was talking to. Oh my god! It was like talking to myself, but like my soul is there with me, and I could see in so many ways. We kind of smiled and feel like we were each other's soul. So we became one person again. It's technically two souls in one. So then I walked back to the party, and they didn't recognize me except for Lil. So Lil told Trashery it's Mika. And then he ran up to me, hugged me, and one part of me pushed him away, and one of them hugged him really tightly. And each way, he was confused. So I told him everything that just happened, and he smiled, saying, I'm glad at least I get to see the full version of you, and hugged me. It was kind of weird because my other soul was my sister, and my other soul was supposed to be there with me no matter what, but not in another person. It's supposed to be with me right here. So we were comfortable with it and just let it slide, even though she wasn't used to being another soul. So it didn't become into one soul, it became into two, into one body. I looked the same a bit, since we both looked like twins. And Lil was quite curious what just happened. He felt like that this was supposed to happen anyway. Lil was the shy one, but the smartest one in the whole entire world. Knows what happens before anyone knows. So, yeah, Trashery, he isn't the dumbest, and he isn't exactly the smartest. He's just silly. So, I would give him a big hug, but I don't want Arjeti to be creeped out of hugging a stranger she doesn't know. So I told him no. And he says, is there a certain name we're supposed to call you now? And then me and her smiled and both said together, Mika Arjeti. So thank you for listening to the story. It took forever for me to think of how to explain it. I'm not really good at explaining stories. Obviously, you can tell by this boring story. I didn't add music or anything because I'm still beginner on editing my videos. Anyway, I hope you liked them. I'm just going to be talking for each of these videos and anyway, naturally I was going to keep it at one person, but I always changed into a mermaid and I always changed into a phoenix, and I always felt like there was supposed to be a purpose of me having two eyes, being a mermaid and a phoenix. It was interesting in so many ways. I felt uncontrolled, just like the picture that is about to pop up right now. See, this is a picture that was made. It was really cute. It was really friendly. It looks like she has pink eyes, but it was just the shaders. And it also looks like she has green, but it's also the shaders, unless I'm colorblind. Anyway, purpose was her one eye could see anything in a star, like a blank. And then the other one just has water and love and misunderstandings. Well, the hair can be a lot. Why am I explaining things from the photo? LOL. Anyway, guys, it means a lot for me to make these stories. I'll be making creepypasta stories sooner or later, and I'll be making my friends on the band and all of that. I'm supposed to be making a series soon, you know. Anyway, I hope you like and subscribe, and have a meow day. Meow! Despacito, quiero respirar tu cuello despacito. Deja que te diga cosas al oído.